This is Ted. He is a twin troller boat owner. Ted discovered that he could send me photos as well as video through Dropbox.com to my email address at TwinTrollerPicture@gmail.com. So Ted sent me a mailbag video, and here it is. So don't forget to subscribe or give me a thumbs up. Click on the bell, share with your friends, or leave comments and questions below.
Hey guys, Gerry's always saying, send me photos of your twin troller. I'll get them on YouTube. Got a mailbag, so I thought I'd send him a video, see if you can get that up. So if you guys are watching it, he obviously did. I'm Ted, I'm from Ohio. This is my twin troller. I got it back in September of last year. Did a few things to it, was hoping to get out in October. It damn near rained every day in October. And October went into November, and then you know what happens after that. So it's been sitting in my backyard, all covered up on this trailer for a couple of months. I dragged it out here in March, when the ground was still frozen, so I can get out of my backyard. Right now it's about 65 degrees today, April 5th. And looking really nice. Been working on it for the last 2 weeks. A couple other things I wanted to do. And I'm glad I pulled it out then, because right now the grass and the ground is so wet I would never got it out of there. So let me show you a little bit about my twin troller. As far as the boat itself, I camo wrapped the thing. Got his mossy oak graphics. Things are awesome. Goes on real easy. Can re-stick it if you need to reposition it. Kind of seal it then with a heat gun, and then seal the edges that are actually exposed to the water. So up there and up there, kind of a liquid plastic, real easy to apply, and I don't anticipate any problems with it at all. So, but I also then, once I had the graphics, I had a bunch of it left over, so I did a lot of like accents inside the boat, kind of dress it up, give it some character. It's just a beige, plastic boat, but you put a few things on it, it starts looking pretty good. So I think it looks pretty cool. But if you start with the front of the boat, I put on navigation lights. The red one and the green one, obviously. And then on the top of it, I put these things, these Railblazer starports, and I put them a couple spots around the boat. These things are pretty cool. They lock things right in place. You can put in a bunch of different items. Here I happen to have a cell phone holder, but I got a couple different things. I put in cup holders because I know Gerry, and I even saw Steve having a problem with these things falling out of there. So I put them in there, and then 2 of them on the other side as well. There's also a starport way in the back over here that holds the camera. So I got a little extension on this. You can build this thing just by attaching different things. So obviously the camera's in my hand right now, so it's not in there. But so I put them on scattered throughout the boat to take care of a couple items. So up in the front, I have my Lowrance on a ram mount to get it up in the air, so I don't have problems with looking down. I got enough problems with my neck and my back. And then also a light. So along with the navigation lights, I have a spotlight in the front. Comes off with a quick disconnect and has caps. So I probably won't leave the light on all the time. It'll be in my bag, but it won't be up there all the time, unless I know I'm going to use it either early morning or late in the evening. So so that's how that's set up. There's the cup mount in there. Now what I had to do is I had to put those, raise those up, because I could not get my hands down inside there to unlock or lock it. So it's a 2x4 cut to fit the starport, and then wrapped with camo wrap, mounted to the boat, and then this mounted to that. So it is not going anywhere, and nothing's falling out of there. In here I put rod savers, so I can roll down this down the highway without the rod falling out. Obviously the second one's in the back here. So I put another starport there, and
Like I said, you can use just about anything in any one of these, and they have a bunch of different ones, a bunch of other accessories that you can use too, so it's kind of cool. So the rods are there. I have pin anchors. So these things are called Super Stick. So what I did is I attach it inside there, and then I put a clip on the ends of them. So there's one on each side. So the clip's on, and then right here, you just got a piece of rope, put a loop on it, so that you could pin the pin, you know, to the rope, and then get yourself in a little bit closer, so that you're nice and tight. So there's one on this back side, and then obviously on the other side. And then the pin anchor that's on this side of the boat for the guy up in the front, his rope or his clip on is going to go right to this thing. So I put in just kind of an eye bolt there, stainless steel, so I wouldn't have any problems with that. So I built a sliding tackle drawer. So get all my tackle in there. There's like 3 big containers. So full fish grabber, towel. I scattered a couple of magnets throughout the boat, so I can throw on pliers and scissors, and access to the guy in the back as well. Obviously, it's got the rod holders on it as well. On this side, there's a magnetic speaker, Bluetooth tunes in the boat, and another place for needle nose pliers. Always need those. Got my cooler bag, and my wife fishes with night crawlers, so we got a little worm bucket. Alright, let's take it to the back of the boat. Alright, I do have the Honda, and I camera wrapped it. Just a little accent, just to kind of give it a little character. And then on the back is my other spotlights with a quick disconnect. So what we got here is a panel that I built during the winter. So I didn't really want the battery to be running on it all the time, and most of these light panels have it on continuously if you have another way of putting it on. So I have a battery right here, so that leads to it, so that I could turn these things off in the power anytime I want. Inside here used to be a 2-port USB charging cable, charging port, and I didn't really need that, so I already have that. So I put in a toggle switch that will able to toggle up, turn it on, and then tell you how much voltage you got in your battery, and then you can use the switches whenever you need them. So it's always off or on, and then barely using anything. But there's obviously the back light, and then the front spotlight, and then the navigation LEDs. So up in the front, then obviously we got the red and the green in the spotlight. Lights do great. I mean, they are LEDs, they are super bright, and I ran these things literally for 6 hours to see how much it was going to take out of the battery, and it was about 0.2 off the battery, so I knew it wasn't going to drain it at all. So I'll probably be able to use it damn near all season without charging it up. So, but it's kind of cool. This thing is mounted to the boat here, and then this can lift off, and I can get into that all the way off, and if I had to do something to it, and it pushes down in place like that. So doesn't interfere with anything, stays out of the way, and it's always available. I got them in coated battery box. Obviously you can check your voltage and charge it right off of this thing, so you don't have to remove the battery. Tucked away real nice. The actual electrical lines that ran to the small battery connections that I made here I just put them in just like they did the other side when they connected up the Lowrance. So I just sort of ran them inside there and tucked them underneath the rails for the chairs. So kind of looks the same as on that side now. So. Alright guys, in the back of the boat here, I made a casting deck, actually for the front and the back. This one fits right up here on this, like that. Still gives the person room to put his feet, if he wants, sitting down. And he can stand up on here. You can move it into the middle, or if he just wants to keep it down, you can keep it down. So, just depends on whatever he wants to do. It fits in there real nice. There's also the one for the guy up front. So, if the driver in the front actually wants to use it as well, wants to use this, all you really have to do is remove the drawer. That will end up on the floor underneath him. And then this boy comes up here. It can actually slide into place so that you can still drive. Goes underneath there. And my other accessory bag goes on the floor as well. So you can still drive the pedals, pull it out, do that kind of deal. So if you're flipping or something like that, and actually I could still put my feet up here and drive each one of those pedals if I wanted to, just by putting one foot off or one foot either way. So it enables me to slide it up and do whichever position I'd like, or leave it on the floor and just fish regularly, seated or standing inside the boat. Alright, one of the last things is pretty much this camera mount. I just kind of breezed past it. I talked to Gerry a little bit and a couple other people about how they were doing this, and I think it's kind of like going to be so valuable to have it, because I got a little cell phone battery charger that came with a case. I plug it into there. Obviously the camera's not in there, but it plugs right into not using this waterproof case, but the regular case that I have it on right now in my hand, because this one you cannot get a battery connector into it, but the one I have, obviously you can. So this thing just plugs into this thing. When you turn this thing on, this battery, this thing's going to last literally all day, 2 days, 3 days. I ran it for hours one time and only ran out 25% out of this battery, and this thing just stayed on. It's kind of cool because I have a little wristwatch thing. It's just an automatic, so I can take a picture, start a video, shut off the video, do whatever I want right from my wrist. And this isn't even a GoPro. This is a DP Power. This came in this kind of cool case. It's all it has a bunch of accessories. The thing was like 39 bucks. I mean, the thing is flipping awesome. You're watching video obviously from that camera, so I got no complaints so far. It came with all these accessories, and then I just got a few of these things from the Railblazer people with the starport. So I could take this whole thing off, just move it to the other side of the boat, snap it into place, and then I just keep on going. So I think it's pretty cool. And then Gerry gave me the idea of getting some gas to have with it, so I have that as well. Obviously the battery charging port's in there for the battery, and I got 4 rods on the boat, and everything's good. So I got my PFDs, and actually have another set too if you want me to wear one by the waist. So I had quite a few items from my original boat, but this one is just looking like a Cadillac, and obviously it's pristine right now because it ain't been in the water, or it ain't having any fish juice all over it yet. But obviously it'll get fished and broken in real quick. But I really love it. Alright guys, got a chiller extension here, so the guy right there could just sit and be able to drive the boat. Obviously if you have to make some some bigger turns or something like that, you obviously have to you know, turn to the side or something like that, or just scoot his chair up. But I thought it was pretty much a needed item at this point. Another really cool item. Always having a problem with the nets sticking up in the way, small boat. This net is pretty big. If I'm catching fish that are fitting inside this net or not fitting inside this net, I'm having a damn good day. So I'm pretty happy with this thing. So slides right back into place, and very crazily, but fits inside a nice groove here. Sits on the side of the boat, takes up zero space, and it's not up in the air, getting in the way of casting and things like that. So I'm trying to stay as compact as I could be, because I know with the small boat, when I had my inflatable, you kind of had to be really organized, otherwise you're always like messing around with stuff. So I wanted everything kind of in its place, have a spot to go in, and be out of the way, so you don't have to worry about it and you're just fishing, you know, not screwing around. That's why the troller was so valuable to me, because of those foot pedals. If I don't have to like run a flipping trolling motor, I could fish, because I had this inflatable for a couple of years. I found all I was doing was running the damn motor. I mean, my twin boys would be fishing, my wife would be fishing, whoever I was with, and I ain't fishing because I'm driving a boat. So that is the most valuable thing that I can see from this boat. So hopefully it's as good as it's, you know, made out to be, and everybody's been saying, and I really expect that it's going to be. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hopefully Jerry's able to put this video up, and thanks to him for having the mailbag. It's pretty cool. So all I can say is tight lines from Ohio. Hope to see you on the water. Take care.
If you like my video, feel free to subscribe. Just push that button in the corner, or give me a thumbs up, or share it with your friends, or right below, just write comments or questions. Thanks for watching.